Hi, my name is Jessica Redline, and today is 8/18/2020. It is for LAPU Micro 225, lab number 10. So this is actually the last lab. So this is going to be the Kirby Bauer diffusion testing. So I already pre-poured my agar plate, the bigger 90 size 90 millimeter petri dish. I already prepared that. I did that part off camera because we've done it for experiments before, and I have done videos on it. So you just get a boiling pot of water. I used my my test tube rack holder, and I just used my forceps, and when the water was boiling, I placed the agar tube into the boiling water with the cap released so it wouldn't build up too much pressure. And I just boil it to a point where you can see that the agar is moving and it becomes a liquid. And then once it was all done, I poured it into my 90 millimeter petri dish, the larger one. So I'm gonna go grab it. It's been cooling for a little while, so it's set and it's ready for us to move on to the next step. So I have my plate here, and I already labeled it. So I disinfected my work area before. I have all my PPE on, and I did the cross division of the plate on the bottom side of the petri dish and labeled it accordingly. So I have that here. I also have my pipette in alcohol, which is sterile, and then I have my S. epidermidis broth here, the culture that was in the refrigerator out. So I have all my supplies. I have this sterile like loop, not a loop, but this thing where we're gonna drag the culture across once we put some drops onto the plate. We're gonna like spread it around. So first I'm going to light my candle so that I can disinfect the nutrient broth too. So I'm just gonna run it across really quick. I'm gonna get my pipette, make sure it's dry and all the alcohol's out of it. And it says to insert the pipette into the culture and draw up 0.5 mLs of broth. And it says to quickly pipette 8 drops into the middle of the petri dish where the agar plate is. So we're gonna do that now. So I'm just gonna do 8 drops. Okay, pour the rest in. And I'm gonna sterilize this pipette by putting alcohol. I'm gonna run this over the flame again. And I'm gonna cap it. And it says to return it for further use into the refrigerator. I'm gonna blow out my candle. So I won't be needing that. So once I put the 8 drops into the center of the agar plate, I'm gonna put the pipette back into a bucket of bleach, and I'm gonna remove this guy right here, the L-shaped spreader in this packet. And I'm going to evenly spread the broth across the plate. So the entire plate is coated with an even layer of broth. Right now it's all in the center. So I'm just gonna take it and I'm going to spread it all around. Kind of like in a clock, like if this was the hand, and I'm just going around the clock with it. So just like so. So now it's not all in the middle, it's just all evenly distributed around the whole plate. So now that I did that, it says to replace the lid onto the agar plate. So close it up like that. I already extinguished my candle, and I'm gonna allow the agar plate to just sit like this. No, I'm not gonna touch it or look at it. It says approximately 1 to 2 hours until all of the broth has absorbed into the agar plate. So I'm gonna put all my equipment away. I'm gonna put my broth back into the fridge, and I will come back and do another video on when we actually place the antibiotic discs on top of the plate once everything has set and dried. So I will do a follow-up video on part 2 experiment. Thank you.